Hi guys, I hope everyone's doing well. I want to apologize for yesterday's video, my latest video. Again, my head was chopped off. I don't know what's going on. When I record a video, after I'm done recording, I watch everything back, and from my end, everything looks the same. But then when I go to upload it to YouTube, my head's chopped off. So I really apologize. Thank you so much for putting up with me. You know, I'm not a professional YouTuber. I'm not a tech suave person, anything. Everything I know is self-taught and errs, and I'm trying the best I can. And I appreciate everyone putting up with half a head. So hopefully, fingers crossed, prayers, this video will come out decent. Yesterday when I said a chair, I'm going to see if I can sit in a chair. I don't have a chair. I have this couch that I'm sitting on now. I have two stools, one's higher than the other, which, oops, there goes my glasses. What I normally sit on. The only chair that I have is an outside chair, and I didn't want to bring it in because I had to clean it first. So I said, well, when I first started talking to you guys, my very early videos, I always sat on the couch. So let's sit on the couch and have a little chat. Let me pick up my glasses, and hopefully the lighting won't go in and out now. Speaking of prayers, my husband is over the moon. He's a very dedicated Christian. I was telling you that his friend is in really bad shape, doesn't look good. He's only in his 50s, late 50s. He was on death's bed. I mean, not only did he have childhood cancer, and he had stomach cancer all through his life. It's nothing but medical problems. So I'm going to just do a quick little thing about prayers or sending good jujus if you don't pray. My husband was so happy this morning. He said, yes, Dean. His name is Dean, if you want to pray for him. He's still in the hospital. But hubby said he thinks he's going to get out soon. Hopefully. So they went in there, they got all the cancer out. Now, mind you, there's still not cancer. I'm sorry, I got cancer on the brain. He's in readmission for his cancer. He is fighting, oh gosh, that really bad blood disease. Trying to think what it is. It's on yesterday's video. Why can't I think of the name? Anyways, it's a very bad blood disease. It's a... I hate this, guys. I hate this. I was watching, this morning I was watching all my older videos before radiation. And I was talking and remembering perfectly fine. And then I started watching my earlier videos when I was going through radiation, and you can see a mental decline, like I can't find the words. It's very frustrating. I mean, I'm not that old. Like, I don't know. They say age has nothing to do with it, but it's very frustrating. Especially when you're trying to make a YouTube channel and you're trying to tell a story or trying to get something across. Going back to Dean, listen to this. So we had a pacemaker. All right, let me back up, go to the blood. It's not a blood disease, a blood infection. Okay, we'll go with that. He had a really bad blood infection. MRSA. Thank you. Thank you. MRSA. It was all through his body. He had a pacemaker. And the leads, I didn't know that, went all the way down to his groin. Well, they were able to take out part of the pacemaker, but the infection was like the size of a golf ball on one of the leads in his groin. But since he had so much scar tissue from his stomach cancer and God knows what else kind of cancer he had, they couldn't see anything. The scar tissue was just, they couldn't see anything. So they tried again. It was like their third attempt. Meanwhile, for almost a week, Dean is living now without a pacemaker. So after they did the surgery, got rid of the MRSA as best they can. They got rid of the, if you're squeamish, clog your ears, pus ball. They got rid of that, but it's still, you know, it could be lingering still in your blood. So they still got him on some heavy-duty antibiotics. The doctor said, you know, your heart is perfectly fine. What doctor put this pacemaker in? And I guess they can, when I was a caregiver, a CNA, they have a scan. It's like a dog scan, and they could scan it and it has numbers. There was no numbers, no tracking. He had this pacemaker in for 30 years. He forgot the name of the doctor. There's like something is definitely wrong. Dean, you don't need a pacemaker. Your heart is perfectly fine. So that is power of prayer. Not only, I am getting goosebumps now, not only is his MRSA under control and almost gone, he doesn't need a pacemaker after 30 years. That's just... Anyways, I just thought I'd share this story with you because there is hope. There's always, always hope. And I'm a big believer in hope. And prayers. But there's, you know, losing my birth mother. I always say 19. Actually, I was just going through some papers not long ago. And it was earlier. I was younger. I was like 18. My early 18. So losing your birth mother to a murder is horrific, especially being the only child. And it really messed me up. Of course, I could think clearly and talk, but you know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, so what I was getting at is, you know, sometimes you have doubts. I think it's human to have a little doubt now and again, you know. So I just wanted to share that with you. Do I believe in God? Yes, I do. But going through that, I had my doubts. You know, why would God take my mother away from you? Why? You know, especially in that horrific accident. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's on one of my later videos, why I don't say goodbye. So I haven't, ever since I was diagnosed with lung cancer, endocarcinoma, I knew I wanted to be an advocate. And I haven't been advocating the way I think I should be. I just signed a petition, actually. I do a lot, like behind the scenes, not really a lot, I wouldn't say a lot. Like the governor, let me read it to you. I got my old Honda, I don't even know what it's called. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's like a nut. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Okay. They're trying to pass a bill. I'm going to make this in layman terms, Michelle terms. They're trying to pass a bill that if you need oxygen, I think right now Medicaid, not Medicaid, well, Medicaid could have something to do with it. Medicare is only paying half, or I'm not sure. But they want to pass a bill that if you need oxygen, you're going to get it. There's no, well, you got to pay this, or you got to pay that, or you have to pay a copay. You need oxygen, you're going to get oxygen. So I just got a newsletter saying that if I would be willing to sign the petition, and I did. And then I took it a step further and emailed my Congress, something like that. I'm not a political person. That's hubby's job. But I do want to read you something, because I think it's very important for all of us, not just for older adults. And I really hate when they say older adults. I was diagnosed in my early 60s. So I'm just going to read you a little something. This is from the lung cancer team, my lung cancer team. If you're an older adult with lung cancer, you might have specific needs related to aging. It's important to understand how lung cancer affects older people to be sure that you receive the best possible care. Talk to your cancer care team about how best to manage lung cancer as an older person in terms of treatment, prognosis, quality of life. Here are some key factors you can discuss further with your oncologist if you're interested, and if you have lung cancer, or if you have a loved one that has lung cancer. And please, early detection is so important. You don't have to have pain. You don't have to have a cough. As long as you have lungs, you could get lung cancer. And I don't mean to scare you, but please talk to your primary doctor and say you want a low-dose CAT scan. So number one, lung cancer mostly affects older adults. I kind of disagree with that. The prevalence of lung cancer is highest among older people, according to the American Society of Clinical Oncology. More than half of people with lung cancer are diagnosed after 65, and 30% of those diagnosed with the disease are over 70 because of the advantage age of most people with lung cancer. Almost 70% of older adults in the United States are likely to have at least 2 other chronic conditions, which I have, that may affect treatment and prognosis likely to outcome. For older adults, factors like fertility, falls, mental function, hearing, or vision impairment can be made worse by lung cancer. Additionally, because lung cancer requires significant care and attention in older adults, might be at a higher risk of neglect if their caregivers are unable to or unwilling to provide the necessary support. I hope if anybody has any kind of lung cancer, any kind of cancer, I hope you have a great support system. It's very, very important. These issues can affect how well your cancer treatment may have an impact on your lifespan. Number 2, the risk of lung cancer increases with age. And conducive of lung cancer increases as people get older. Per Cancer Research UK, the highest risk is between ages 75 to 79. For women and men have the highest rates of lung cancer between the ages of 85 to 89. DNA in our cells is damaged as people age, and exposure to risk factors such as smoking, air pollution, some chemicals, and asbestos can further raise the risk of developing lung cancer. Smoking is the leading risk factor of lung cancer in men over 65. I'm not going to read you this whole thing, but please, I love this site. And I've talked about it before because you can connect with people and talk about anything, you know. It doesn't have to be cancer related. So I just wanted to give you a little, I don't know what I'm doing now. Because when I press, see how small the print is? Oh, there goes the lighting. Anyways, I want to go back. So this is my lung cancer team. I know I said it. See? I need a new phone. You guys are probably so tired of me saying that. Lung cancer and chest pain, how it feels, causes, management. Chest pain can be scary symptom when you're living with lung cancer, whether you have lung cancer or not. It's very true. And lately, for some reason, I'm glad I go in a couple weeks. What did I say? The 15th, I believe. Anyways, middle of July, I go for I see my oncologist. The second week, I think it's the second week of July, I go for my CAT scan. That's all they're going to do is just a regular old CAT scan. Nothing with dye or nothing, which, you know. So I hope everyone's having a beautiful weekend, doing something fun. And again, I apologize. I hope this video comes looking normal and not with half my head. I'm going to put this up right away. I'm not going to wait till Sunday. There's no need for that. Do you think there's a need for that? Yay? No? I'm going to try to do a little painting. I tried this morning. I said, you know what, Michelle? You know, as many of you know, we live in a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, very small apartment. And painting saves my mental health. In fact, I was just watching a whole big thing about that. You don't have to have cancer. You don't have to be an artist. Just paint. Just go to Walmart, or if you're blessed to have a art store, go to that art store, see what speaks to you. Say, wow, I like that. I like that. It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be. You can even go to the Dollar Tree. You can get just a regular pen and paper and start doodling. Doodling. I used to doodle all the time when I was a kid. The teacher used to yell at me, Michelle, pay attention. That, and I used to love to stare out the window. I still do. Anyways, oh, my art studio. So I'm going to slowly turn you around. Let me know if it looks any better. I don't want to take the phone off the tripod because, so here's the beginning of, and then slowly turn you around. Here's where, let me back up, but put you down. That's where I usually sit. So I have a small stool. No, that didn't work. Okay, see the difference in the stools? And we're not talking stools. Now, why is this? Anyways, do you notice a difference? Does it look neater? Be honest. Let me know if it looks neater. I'm not real crazy about, I just want to make sure that you're seeing what I'm not real crazy about this end part here. This part, it looks a little crowded. I could put some stuff underneath the table, but I have stuff there already. And then if I start moving a lot of stuff around, then I'm going to forget where everything is. See our sign? This is just some doodle. This is what I mean about doodle. Now I know you can't see my head, so I'm going to... Oops, my phone is falling out of the cradle. Okay. I need a better something. I need a better something. Okay. Stay right there, don't fall. Yesterday, I just don't know what I want to paint on a canvas. And I love watercolor. I do. You just get whatever color you like, whatever color speaks to you, and you just lay it down on some cheap paper. You know, this is inexpensive. I don't think of the proper name for it. Well, this is watercolor paper. This is a better paper. This is what I mean about doodling. And I had a blast doing her. That's me. If you want good watercolor, and this wasn't expensive, it's $10 at Walmart. You get 30 sheets. It's a good brand. It's 140 pounds. It's a 9 by 12. And you see how thick it is? You could do watercolors. This is what I mean about just laying down colors. And then you could do line making. By line making, I mean, try to go to the front. This is what I started doing yesterday. Didn't finish. And if you like, even you don't have to do the whole, if you like a piece of it, or you can make bookmarks. There's so many possibilities. Or just save it as not a junk journal, but a art journal. There's a lady that I follow. She is from France. She has a UK accent. I really like her. Gosh, I wish I could remember her name. Anyway, she was doing sunflowers, very loose sunflowers the other day. And I was just, I'll do that. This is just, I love this color. I can't think of the name of it right now. And just laying down paint and or just lines. It just, especially, I can't. If I had you, I want to go like this. Not in a mean way. Especially if you suffer from anxiety, PTSD, going through cancer, going through, you just lost a loved one, anything that is messing up your mental health. Please do this for me, you, a loved one, Bella, your hubby, your girlfriend, your mouse, your rat, your bird. I know you got a bird. I've been wanting a bird. God, you know a bird I really love? They're very expensive, though. Is a gray conure. Is it conure? I don't think it's a conure. Anyways, they're gray and they're great talkers. When I used to work at, when I used also dog groomed, pet groomed, whatever you want to call it. I was a groomer. And where I worked at the time, they also like did pet sitting. And this gray, oh, I wish I could remember the name. This bird would talk. You would think there was somebody in the room. It was so funny. All right, guys, I'm going to stop chit-chatting. Again, I hope you see all of me and not half of me. Now, I know you're a little low because I moved you, but I love you. We're stronger together. Stacy, get some rest. We're praying for you. And when the time is right, say hello to everybody. Right now, she needs her rest. Catch it.